Oni here with another play along for Dumdums episode. In this episode, we build a better Drecko ranch. So this is a glossy Drecko ranch. We don't have a glossy Drecko in here at the moment, but the intent is for this to all be glossy Dreckos. But you know, I don't need to segregate them. They can both sort of be in here. That's not a problem for me. So I'm just gonna worry about trying to get a lot of them right now. And then we'll worry about putting just the glossy Dreckos in for now. So as I was building this, you'll see I went through and did I made a couple different versions of this, but essentially how it works is this is sensing the hydrogen that is up here. So if the hydrogen hits this point, this turns on and pumps it into this chamber. And if the hydrogen touches here, then this door closes and locks all this excess hydrogen in the chamber. So what this is doing essentially is allowing the base to fluctuate oxygen while not preventing as much spread of that hydrogen from getting out of this gas lock. Now you could do this with like a liquid lock, but I prefer my dupes to be able to just come in and out like freely and easy to manage. Especially for the rancher who's just really just hitting this zone like here all day, you know, going back and forth. So that's the basic build. Essentially, you know, it's a gas managed glossy Drecko ranch with somewhat decent decor. I could have done a better job if I'm being honest, but this is the build. And you know, I do a few other things in this episode, open up for breathability, as well as, you know, get a couple other things rocking, but this is sort of the focus. So if you want to see the beginner build of this, the link is in the description for that, if you want to just sort of see the overlays. But if you want to watch me build it in real time, then just keep watching. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. All right, built this. So this, we're trying to share some of this heat here. Go ahead and do granite. We want this heat. We want to share this heat. We also want to mix that. Deconstruct this. I want them to use this one here so we can fit another mealwood. It might just have to be that many. So we're leaving this there for now, but in the future I think this will be the entrance up to both. That'll be the best. We'll use granite. But yeah, I think that the dupe's kind of coming down and having this be a catch-all oxygen zone might be the best. And then having a hydrogen managed buffer zone here. So that way this can just be hydrogen. We won't need oxygen masks or anything like that. The dupes can just do their work without this extra stuff. And then see, we'll have this here. So this, I guess they both can have yeah, come to think of it, they both could have like exactly what we want here. They could have mealwood, and the question is if they eat mealwood, maybe we'll experiment with having mealwood in one or whatever. But yeah, so essentially we're trying to basically capture some of this, these colder temperatures and share it with this. So we'll probably put another thing of ice in here anyways. Why don't we do that? That way it can be suffocating. Okay, who's suffocating? Can you get out? Yes, you can. Should be able to. Unreachable. Okay, why? God, am I gonna kill another one? Okay, should... Oh! I see it. Hot emergency. Very hot emergency. Okay, go, 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 go. Oh, yeah. See? Totally fine. All right, we lost all of our... We lost our temp, but... That's okay. Maybe what we do is... Let's get rid of our alerts here. Maybe what we do is we're a little too soon on this. All right, so basically all we're gonna do, so we're still pumping in our... Might stop this, actually. I think the idea was to pull out this chlorine. But we actually want the chlorine gone, and we want... I think what I'm going to do is this is just going to be oxygen. So let's go ahead and make this granite, so it's nice and cozy. And then, actually, I guess this can be up one as well. Because we are just making this, we're just going to have them walk in, and it's just going to be a fluctuating hydrogen gas system. So we're going to have a gas pump up here, and we'll have basically some sensors that make sure that this gas stays here regardless of the fluctuating pressure that's going on. So it'll be very simple. As a build. So I think we do want to sort of get rid of all of this. We have this, yeah, is this auto harvest on? Oh yeah, we want to disable this stuff. And then we're going to replace this with some pip mealwood. So we'll put some pip farms there. And then also I think we're going to be... Yeah, this is... I think we need to go down one more. 1, 2, 3, 99 tiles. 3... We want to do it a 9 by. But if we have these up here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we have 1, 2, 3 in the middle. Maybe we do want to go down one more. So down one more set. Think about this. We will switch this to regular. Yeah, 90, so we need 6, so it's 93 currently if we have those, but we could also do 93. Let's see, 93. We add an extra 9. Let's just do one more to give us some space here. We'll do it igneous. Okay, then we're just not going to use this. Okay, we're going to demolish. Just demolish all this. We got to move this down one as well. So this whole thing is getting a nice treatment. Let's see. Okay, so essentially all we're really doing is we're just creating a system so our dupes can easily So this hydrogen can be trapped in here without the... Then we're just gonna get rid of this. We're gonna reconnect this. Now sometimes it's best to just keep things like this, but you know, because you might want it later. But they already started, so I'm just gonna let them finish. So this will go up to here now. We have finished dumping stuff into our base that we maybe never wanted in the first place, so let's sort of see how it goes. Okay. Now, I think we can get away with a few different things here. For one, we need that ladder here. Okay, and we could have this hydrogen shared, so if we have some airflow tiles, you know, mixed in at the top, and let's see, where should the cutoff be? Maybe like right here. Just sort of have it. I think that will be shared enough. So right here will be the sort of cutoff. So essentially what it is it is just a gas element sensor. So let's see. So we'll put it here. So that'll give us a little bit of a buffer in case there's some action that's needed. So all this is doing is sensing, hey, is there hydrogen here? If so, then leave everything as is. But if there is hydrogen here, then do something. And what it's going to do is it's going to either... Looks like we're trapped here. Oh boy. Gossman. You little devil. Take it all the way down, baby. Let's see. Can you get... You can't quite get down like that, but can you... If you did that... I know you're suffocating, so why don't you just cool it? Can you? I don't know if you can do that either. Okay, deconstruct this. That's a emergency. Get your little bro. Get your little butt up to safety before you die. Whew. My goodness. Right, why is anyone going down there? I don't even know. Okay, so anyways, this will be connected to a couple things. So we're gonna have this gas pump. And what this is gonna do is just, it's gonna pump our gas in and out. So radius negative decor 2 tiles. So maybe we'll put it sort of going near the rads. Maybe we'll put it, actually, maybe we'll tuck it away over here in this chunk where it doesn't really matter. And we want to make sure it's basically just only hydrogen. Okay, so let's move this to here. Okay, so we don't want this there. I changed my mind. All right, so this is just some simple automation wire. Let's make sure, let's use the iron, because we have that iron volcano, so I think we're gonna be okay with iron. Okay, so this is setting this so it's like, okay, is there hydrogen here? Then don't do anything. So this needs to be a not gate. Is there hydrogen here? Okay, don't worry about it, bro. You all good. So that's what that's saying. Okay. So we'll set this to unbreathable gas. Is this hydrogen? Sends a green signal. Yes. Okay. Don't worry. But if it isn't hydrogen, then this will kick on. Except I think that's the opposite of what we want, because we want this to turn on. Let's think about this. We need 2 of these, I'm realizing. So we want one that's attached to the gas pump that's maybe here. Maybe it's here. Because this thing, it just simply will fluctuate by the nature of having it open. And we want it open just for easy dupe access. Now we could just as easily, like put it in there and just have them not just not worry about the oxygen. But I think just having the flexibility with this stuff is important. So we'll fine tune this in a second. Just gonna make sure we get our main pieces here. Okay. Let's see. We have our stations, so we will also need our shearing station, which maybe we'll just put here. I think that'll be good. Okay. So let's nix that. I suppose we could have this be pneumatic doors, so we just want these to be... They can crawl up there and get to... So we don't actually even need those. Okay. Let's get rid of this too. Maybe this is actually just a door, so in case they need to get up here, they can. That way we don't need these ladders on this side. Okay, so essentially we're gonna pump a bunch of hydrogen into an extra space that's maybe just over here. And that extra space will grant us the sort of flexibility that we need in order to, you know, and actually come to think of it, maybe what we need is, maybe we could have this door here and have the sort of mealwood side be here and yeah, I'm gonna offset these. I think an offset is actually just gonna be better, because this can just have hydrogen in it here, and then this one can have the mealwood. So this can be pure hydrogen, and then this will be the sort of the level right here. Basically, like, hey, is hydrogen right here? Then, you know, pump it out. Is hydrogen... That's what it is. Is hydrogen here? Then pump it out. So we want to go down one. Let's get that out of there. And then let's get rid of this nod gate. I like things where, you know, you just have to sort of figure it out as you go. Okay, now we look at this. 92 tiles. Okay, so we arbitrarily decided this just because we want it always at this line here. So in an ideal world, this line could be either down the middle, right here. This line could be either. Everything above here should be hydrogen. Everything below here should be oxygen. So the reason I'm doing it like this is because I wanted to have our rancher do less. Move less as far. Oh, is this gonna mess up? It's just gonna mess up our shipping, maybe. It's here, so that guy can see everything. This guy cannot. So, I guess I don't really want to offset these, huh? The 2 seconds of time that saved is actually just not going to work. That's fine, because this will be a lot cleaner of a... It's a cleaner build if we do it like this, so it's better. Okay. And let's get some more. Okay, we have some more blueprints. Ooh, a wart seed. Definitely take that. We also had a young pip in there, but I don't think we need the young pip. Okay, we're gonna go plant the wheezewort. Send somebody in there. Paint it on up. Just gonna leave this open. Hot room. Hot room being cooled by this. Well, the other thing I don't really like about this is I think I want to filter this hydrogen out first. I don't mind the rate that it's going though. I think the rate's good, but I don't really want the hydrogen like in here getting cooled. I just want it to go straight to here. So I could just add a filter earlier so it can filter it all out and then combine the oxygen like we have. So I'll probably do that eventually. All right. Okay, let's set this to 9 to 9. These should be set to 9 anyways. We want them to prioritize. They gotta we want them to prioritize doing that stuff. Okay. I see. Got this issue. Dupes need to be filling that in. And make sure these are always full, because these are manually by the dupes. So there's a better way to sort of hop this stuff back and forth, and we'll probably get there with, we'll probably put a receptacle here eventually with all their food. Just easy. Okay, so this is here. Okay, so here's the hydrogen line. So we actually want, maybe we want this whole thing to be breathable here and then up top as well. Because we want, this line is the flex line, this line is the, okay, so we actually want this one more down. Now I'm thinking about it, okay. So this is one more down. So this is saying, hey, if this is hydrogen, oh, wait a second. Do I want it that far down? Because we don't want a chance. Yeah, we want it. We do want it. We want it that. Wait, I had it right. Okay. Because if that's hydrogen, then we getting hosed. So we don't want that to be hydrogen. And then this one is, if this is oxygen, then let's turn on some other stuff. So if this is hydrogen, pump it out. If this is oxygen, bring it back in. That's what we're doing. And then we'll create a separate chamber with just hydrogen in it so it can manage it back and forth. Kick it on, kick it off. So that way if there is some fluctuation, because there might be, it can easily get sort of managed by this this stuff. And it shouldn't, I mean, it shouldn't be that crazy, but you know, it will help, because if you don't do something like this, then your base will end up looking a whole lot like this, with the hydrogen just making its way up here and here. So we will need to take care of that eventually, because we don't want it there. And naturally, like, dupes are going to walk in here. Hydrogen will escape. It's not the end of the world if it happens, but you have a hydrogen catch up here at the top of your base. That's what I like to do, because that way you just don't have to worry. Okay. So if this is hydrogen, send a green light for here. If this is oxygen, you know, if this is not hydrogen is what it is, because it could be anything. Like, what if something else sort of found its way in here? So that's what this is. And then this is going to be controlling a vent, which we will just have. Maybe just even right next to this. There's probably a reason not to do it like this, but this is what I'm doing. Okay. So this will go here, and then for our automation, let's just have this nice and clean. So this just goes straight to here, and then this is a, oh wait, it's this. So there, and then I think we'll just actually just sort of offset it. Okay, and then we'll need, excuse me, a knot gate, and some automation wire. I think it's looking amazing. Okay. We have long commutes, which is okay. Rotten barbecue, that is bad. Oh, my goodness. Now, do we just have so much food? We just don't know. We have so much pickled meal that our barbecue's getting wasted. Okay, we're gonna get pickled meal out of there. Make sure the barbecue gets in there. And we'll let this pickled meal, I mean, it's in a sterile atmosphere. Oh, here. There we go. Okay. We'll just leave the pickled meal out. It's in a fine spot. You see this carbon dioxide. So it's not like it's gonna go bad. We just don't want the barbecue there. We want that to be nice and cool. Okay, hydrogen. So these are both set to hydrogen. So they're offset because if this is not hydrogen, then we gotta bring some more in. And if this is hydrogen, then we gotta send some out because we don't want it going past and going here. So that's what this is. Okay. Now for this part, I think we could just have a simple door here. So maybe we'll just do that. Just a mechanized. It's not like we'll have that much extra hydrogen in this spot. We certainly will, but it's not like it's gonna be such an absurd amount that we will need to really manage it. Okay. So let's see. How big should this be is my next question, because when we have a high pressure gas vent, then it can be this small, but let's make sure we pump it into the corner. Yeah, something like that. That's good enough. Okay, so I think we can get away with just doing it because, you know, what if a dupe needs to come in here? So, and I think they could come in here because this whole system should be able to manage it regardless. And I just realized I got rid of my things. I was gonna go plant in here, but that's okay. All right, now let's check our temperatures here. The temperatures are okay. Ooh, that's the other big question. These plants. Do I need to separate it by temperature? 35. I think I do. 35. What about you? Ooh. This is not gonna work. All right, so maybe I just have a twofer. Maybe this is a joint. Okay, this is what this is gonna be. This one will be for glossies. We'll have one down here for non-glossies. Really, the glossies are sort of what you want anyways. Okay. Let's see. So let's turn this into, let's set our construction stuff to 9. Alright, so we need one of these. We need one of these. We need one of them. We need some mealwood. So now the question is, I added this extra space here that we don't actually really need, but we have it. So we'll just use it. Okay, so what I really want to do is put some mealwood here. So 1, 2, I could maybe get away with doing like a 1-2. Let's see. One, two, three, four. So I can only really fit 3 in here. So if I did 3 here, or 2 sets of 2, so I could do 2 here, 2 here. Or 3. It's annoying. It's annoying trying to fit just one of these auto sweepers. Let's go ahead and place one auto sweeper. Maybe we just do the 4. We'll just do the 4. We'll just do it in farm tiles. I don't really want to. We'll just do it like this for now. Instead of building this, so if these were natural tiles, this could easily be really excellent, but we're just gonna rock with the 2, and then we're actually just gonna use 3 for now. Oh, I suppose we could make a little egg chamber. I think that's what we'll do. Make a little egg chamber. Okay. Do need a ladder up. Ooh, we could do it just by turning this into a door. And they can hop up there onto the ladder. There we go. Door on a door. Do that for the building. Or something kind of like that. Yeah. Okay, so then they'll come here, and then if they need to get across here, they can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah, something like that. All right, so we are going to have to open this up so we can utilize this space here. I don't think we're going to be dumping really anything else in here. Keeps suffocating. Don't freaking bon he. All right, let's take a look. So here, oh, we gotta make sure we watch our water because our water is gonna be running a little bit low. All right, so this looks good. So let's go ahead and pump this out of here. Yeah, you know we're in trouble when these guys are like that. All right, mealwood. All right, and then wire. We will just sort of do that. Bring it here and there. Nix, and split. Nix. Symmetry. Now, I don't think this is currently reachable. Ladder down the middle. Symmetry. dueling ladder. This could be a fire pole, I mean, really. Okay. So this guy will get in there. Grub, grub. I eat sulfur. I make mud. I go into meat. Mud turns into dirt. Mud turns into dirt and water. Sucrose is made from nectar. I see. Yeah, this is how you just... You can just dive deep into all these things. Be like, okay, where does sulfur come from? Well, it comes from gunk and sour gas. Well, here's your applications, you know, that you can... What you can use sulfur for. You can also just make it from gunk. And it's like, where do you get gunk? Well, you have solid gunk and you can, you know, oh, okay, where do you get gunk from? Built up grime. So, anyways, fun stuff. All right, new printables. More pip eggs, why not? We're about ready. Ready for some pip eggs. And these guys are having a grand old time. All right, so we're building out this little chamber. We do need some power. Let's look at our power specifically. Now, this power has quite a high potential load, but I think it's all just, well, okay, so it's all on this chain. What's this one? That also has a high, we almost need like another one, I think. But we're just gonna wing it. Don't tell my wife. We're just gonna do it. Don't tell my wife what I'm doing. Okay. Okay. Now, just for... No, we want to leave that open. All right, and let's check temps. So this is, again, going to be a glossy Drecko. We're going to have 2 glossies. Now, there might just be some regular Dreckos in here as well. But we want to make sure the temperature is a nice, mean, under 30 degrees. And it's, you know, it's, you're pushing it. You're pushing it a little bit. So let's slap some more ice in here. Easiest way to just cool everything down. Temp, plate, shift, plate. Grab some ice, pop it in. Easy. Easiest way to cool stuff down. Like, especially if, you know, you're like, well, just cool it, you know, just cool it down. Because sometimes you might want to, you maybe need some overall base cooling, you know, for this stuff to help, but largely not necessary. Let's see. So did I decide I would? No, I think I decided I just want to do this. Just simple. I want this to be oxygen. And we're opening this up. All right, let's see. Let's close this one. Open that one. Now, is that right? Is this sending a green? Let's get you out of there. Yeah, fill her up. Okay, there it goes. All right, we're building. Dupes are flying. Got a bunch of igneous rock here. Now this should also be like right there. All right, so this will be mostly hydrogen in this zone. So the dupes are not really going to come in here. And we also don't need that to be insulated. And we will need to make this a high pressure vent later. So that way it can withstand all of the gases that we're looking at. Okay. Now, next thing I'd like to do is actually pump oxygen into here. So we're gonna create another line. Not there. We'll make it right here. I'm gonna get some oxygen going. Make sure we have some consistent oxygen coming in. And this is bugging me. So this we gotta just sever this. Just get yourself loaded in. You know, I actually don't. I probably could have just deleted this. Which would have been just as effective. Okay, good enough. All right, we'll let them figure that out in their own time. Okay, so these are all 9, so they're building. They're building. All right, so we're pumping oxygen in here now because I changed how we're thinking about this. So what's going to happen is this is going to get pumped. This carbon dioxide is going to have to figure out where it's going to go. So let's give it a spot to go. Ideally, we'd be sort of done with this polluted water. It is currently what's fueling this stuff. So, but ideally we'd be just done with it. Okay, so this will be about right here, coming through our base as our secondary. So our fire poles. We'll just use iron for this. Okay, so this is our true line down. This is a faux line. So we're opening this up so we can utilize this space and make sure that we have some gas flowing in here. There we go. So gas can flow in, it can flow out. Let's get rid of that. Let's see. We're not going to worry about these oxygen mass. We're going to probably build that later. Copy settings, copy settings. All right, so our ice did melt here. So we're just going to let it do its thing before we clean it up. All right, and we have these. Now, so I put this here. So we will need a receptacle. Get that food poisoning out. So I think in the future what this will be is this will come down and fill this, turn it into oxygen for us. And then excess will go and get filtered through here. A lot of spaghetti action going on here, but this we don't need anymore. So we can get rid of some of the spaghetti. And the other question I have is, do I want to have an oxygen diffuser room? So we don't really have to manage it, you know, around. The dupes can just sort of not have to worry about this, and then we don't have to place these everywhere. And we can just use our main line, and it can just be a backup, sort of a backup zone. All right, so this, let's connect to something. Let's connect that to there. And then we'll get rid of this bridge. And see, we currently have it, this being split between these two. You can clean that up. Do need a little bit more in here, I think, but I think over time it will just balance itself out, especially with this change. It'll split it. Right now it's only getting sent to here, so I think it is plenty of oxygen to, or of water to be in both, but as one gets used, it'll split between the two. I don't think we can reach this because of this guy, but I think we can actually unlock this. Might set this to a switch just to make it easier for me. Go. Close this. Open that. Oh, wrong button. Just added some food poisoning in here. I think it'll slowly go down. Or, you know, accidents happen. Okay, so we let that go down, and yeah. Oh yeah, it'll slowly go down over time. Okay. All right, so now we're getting some oxygen pumped in here, which is exactly what we want. Okay, now this needs to be built. Just kind of do something like that. It's a little messy, but let's see. Let's set our construction priorities. They should be able to get to this one at least. All right, what's our yellow alerts? Okay, that's this. So let's set these to 5, and now we just see. Now if we're like, you know what, it's safe in here, open her up. We could put a little critter sensor with an egg. Maybe that's what we do. Because these guys, if there's an egg, that's actually all we need here. Come to think of it. So let's do that, and let's get a little critter sensor in here. So that way it's like, hey, you're staying here, but, you know. See? Little critter sensor. All right, so we got this built. Wait on one last little thingy. All right, and then this will be if eggs are above 0. If eggs, that's like, do we need a NOT gate? If eggs are above, or if eggs centigrade, do we need a NOT gate? How many eggs are in here? Oh, I see. It's counting like this whole. all these eggs. Yeah, that doesn't work. We're gonna revert. I don't want to. I suppose I could close. Oh, okay. Oh, wait a second. Okay, let's just close it off. Just put a pneumatic door here. Let's get rid of that. So it's just closed. Except maintain consistency with our base. We want it. I'll just put it here. Okay. Hurry up. Okay, so if eggs are above 0. Okay, so we can set it just to 1. So if it's below 1, then add. So the second it hits 1, then send a red signal. That's what we want. Simple. Okay. Alright, new printer is available. You know, the confetti suit, that is gonna be for our artist, which is Marie. So Marie's gonna get the confetti suit. So I think she's just tacky enough to... Alright, let's see her put it on. Looking good, Marie. Looking good. Getting that polluted dirt. Okay. Back to the real shiz. Alright, so these temps are looking pretty good. So maybe let's just sweep her up. I think it's good enough for... I think it's sufficiently cooled for what we need. Okay, so now we're missing. Oh, we have. This is an unreachable build according to all the geniuses who work here, and you know it makes sense because that is an unreachable build. So I understand the frustration. So now here's what my brain is doing right now. I'm thinking about how can I create a system, and maybe it's a dual auto sweep system where this is actually insulated through here, and we have our hydrogen sensors right here, you know, and it's entirely closed off. But maybe it's like something like this. So we could have a hot zone up here where we can hang the pinches. That's what my brain's doing right now. That's what I'm thinking about. Something like that. So if this is 99 plus, so it's 104. Okay, which makes sense. That's 108 minus 4, so 104. And then if this is 7 tiles, that'll be 97. So this would be 96. I think it's meant to be. I think it's meant to be that we have this set up. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna disable this so it doesn't pump. And we're gonna make it so this top part will be hotter hydrogen. I think that's how I'm gonna overcomplicate this. That's how I'm gonna do it. And then this will be hot hydrogen in here. Our sensors will be, maybe do we want this one more down? We want it one more down like here. Or do we flip this? Now I'm really cooking. And have it, then we'll need one on each. No, we're gonna have 2 of these. This is what we're gonna do. This is gonna be the most complicated build I've had. This is maybe not necessarily the move best. Okay, so if we do this, then we have this one spot. That will be some travel time. And then the other downside is decor. That is our decor. Oh, I thought I put some timer again. I should be stopping, but here I am. Still going. Let's see, this decor is 10 plus for 6 tiles. So, and this is 15 for 6 tiles. So if we did there and there, that would be helpful. Okay, so I think we will just do it 1 up for the decor, and that way we can sort of get away with doing the granite. Okay, so it'll go all the way just like that. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so we'll do one of these and one of these here. Or no, this would need to be a blank canvas. Okay, and then for here, we'll do that. Okay, so there is some kind of symmetry going on here. Okay, so the idea now is that this is going to be up here will be hydrogen that is hot. Down here will be oxygen that's cool. So we're going to separate out these rooms by hot and cold. And we're going to take that all the way. So it'll be a hot up here, cold down here. The reason is so we can get the pincha. We're just consolidating. So we want to be able to get these guys up here. Pincha pepper plants. And I think we'll just do an every other thing. Okay, but now do I need to go one more down is the question. All right, let's set this to 9. This is a hyper integrated base. Okay, and here's our oxygen. So our oxygen is currently pushing the hydrogen all the way up here, and it's pushing the carbon dioxide over this direction because it is coming from here. So I think I should reroute this to be right here. So it's pushing it in the way that we want. Okay, so I'm going to have them expedite this chunk so I can look, because I'm also thinking, do we need to move one more down? Okay. So I'm right. So that's perfectly 96. But now that this is encapsulated, we'll want to make sure. Say we do 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. So if we did that for the pinch of plants, now we're missing out on a little bit extra. So we're going to go down one more. So that way we can make sure we have our pincha plants. Pincha pepper plants. Suffocating. Ren, what are you doing? What are you doing, bro? Get your little butt in there. Okay, so if we do it like this, so we have our hot room, and then this will just be entirely full of hydrogen. This will be oxygen. That now is this going to be a problem where this will need to cool and this will be hot? Maybe. I might be overthinking this. Because maybe I should just have a hot. Because you know what? I need a regular farm as well. I think I'm over manufacturing this. That's such a Jacob. That's my name, by the way. You know, if you know who I am, don't tell my wife she doesn't know about this. Okay. Let's see, we're gonna go iron here. Do iron there. Yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna get rid of this and woo. And we're just gonna stick to the plan. We're not gonna do anything too crazy. We're gonna leave this, and you know, we gotta think about this and be at least, you know, somewhat decently intelligent about it, because, you know, I don't know. Okay. Okay, this is feeling good. Okay, so now we need some hydrogen. So let's get pumping. And we have this line here that we could certainly just build. And one of the reasons why I love just having everything accessible is you could just easily just sort of build a line pretty much anywhere. I mean, not entirely, but mostly. And you can do just a terrible job of it, like I'm doing currently. Okay, there. And let's just use this same vent. No reason not to. And then you just, you know, clean up everybody everywhere. And let us also expedite this construction as a priority. Let's cancel that. Expedite, because we just want to make sure we're getting our hydrogen fix. Okay. All right, so what are we doing here? We're loading up the hydrogen into this room. And we also, like, just want to make sure we pump all this chlorine gas out. And we're just going to do it the natural way by just allowing it to sort of filter down through our main base zone. Okay, so this is going to be in our temperature controlled non-hot space, so we're just gonna revert all that back. Okay, and this is our line, so we want to make sure this is this line, this is that line. We do still want to put this art in here. Do want to leave some space for this art. You know what I could do with these guys? I could flip this actually. So why don't I flip these? Because these can be like this, so I can fit this a little bit better. I can fit at least 2 paintings in here. That way we have a trying chance. I can get rid of these. That way we can put painting here and another painting here. Then we still have that ladder up. And we really just need the one ladder up. So maybe we have this. And we have 2 paintings here. I think that'll give us a little bit more of a bonus. We have 2 there and then there. We could even maybe go up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We might even be able to do that. Am I crazy? Maybe. We'll think about it. Okay. So this is operational because this is not hydrogen gas, but we want to disable this by calling it chlorine, because we want to cool it for a hot minute. Okay, so we're gonna let this open up. That's another thing, is maybe we could do it just with some simple opening and closing of this door. The door closes, it pumps, the door opens. That's probably what we're going to do in the future to save on this gas pumping, but we need lots of hydrogen in here first, which it is currently coming in. So let's go ahead, disconnect this. See? Do it sort of like that. So what's nice is this is actually cold hydrogen, so that is going to be necessary for our base. Okay, so you actually, we're just going to do this, and we're just going to have an actual natural. So we'll pump it out if it gets too full, but then if we need more, we'll just open it up. So this will, if this will always have some more. So we're going to attach it to this. So if this calls for hydrogen, then we'll have it open, except this needs to be. Do hate having little, or maybe we just. I hate when things do this. We're just gonna do that. Keep it somewhat clean. I just hate having an extra thing. Okay, so instead of this, let's deconstruct that. This will be attached to here. So this will just open if we need more hydrogen. Otherwise, it will be closed once hydrogen hits here, that spot. And then this will pump it out. Very good. All right, let's check out our decor. Yeah, so our decor is feeling a lot better. But it could be, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I feel like we could get another painting right here. That could help. Is this decor? How's this decor here? This decor is 39, but we have this nasty mealwood and all this extra junk here, which is no good. Oh, here's what we do. Get rid of this. We're gonna do the same thing for both of these. We'll do the singles. 2 singles. Let's do a gold here. And then this side I'm less worried about, but I think it's necessary, in my opinion. Make sure you can do it. Okay. Just do one. Oh, crapola. 1, 2. All right, so this is feeling good. So this is pumping this in because it's like, yo, we need mo. We need some mo. And then we can't actually reach this because I got rid of the ladder up here. So let's make sure we fix that first. That way we can reach all this stuff. And then this is still, let's see, 94. Okay, so we do need to sort of enclose this better. I see, so we're just gonna cheat it. Will that do it? No, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. That's right. It's just like that. Now I need these. So annoying. It's ladders. Okay. Just put another. Just put this mealwood up. Like one more spot. Maybe there. Jank down. Oh, I need one more. Even. We're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to move this later. It's just this is just too bothersome to me, but it'll work. And that's the whole point. Okay, now it's feeling better. All right, so this is open. It is currently loading up with hydrogen gas. And as soon as the hydrogen gas hits here, it'll close. Exactly what we needed to do. Now we could... Okay, so this hydrogen also. Alright, so yeah, we're loading up this additional chamber, and this is just not clean, and I wonder, should I just fix this? I mean, I hate this. This is 8 tiles. But we'll be able to do 4 mealwoods. Temperature controlled, we can have this on the bottom. Just gonna do it. Everything's coming up one. I'm just leave this one. We have time. Alright, moving everything up 1 tile. We're just gonna have mealwood in this one, and then we'll do like some hot hydrogen one in another spot. I've come full circle. This is just how this game works. You just... I guess now I can actually just have that like that. It's actually good. Just put a little guy there. Okay. Alright, so this, get rid of... Oh no, this still needs to be a door. Matic door. We're doing this so we can get rid of this up here. Tis the only reason. Alright, so this can be 1, 2, 3. Except not that one. This to be here. We'll keep this insulated. In the future, it won't be insulated. But for now, it's insulated. And we'll just do the 5 mealwoods at the end, 3 mealwoods at the end. Which will be pipped at some point. We will pip it. Now, we could just put a drop off here. Might be the smartest. Okay. Mimic the style. 1, 2. Get rid of this ladder. Alright, so now we can get rid of this stuff. God. And this hydrogen gas. Alright, now we just gotta sort of wait for this to equalize. And this will need to be plastic. Okay, now we need some mealwood in here. And for now, we can just put a sculpting block right here. Just give that little bit extra. Alright, shipping, auto sweep. Boom, boom. Now we're gonna need some extra power here. And then let's make sure our power is consistent. I don't think it'll build there, but I think actually if we clean that up. Just bring that power there. Alright, this is coming along. I think it works great. We have a pneumatic door there. Need this. So this way they can climb up, excuse me. Sorry about that. Now this room is... Okay, yeah, once we get this in there, then our room will be good. Okay, so now let's go get our little guy. And we'll just let the morph hang. I think that's actually okay. Yeah, now we can finally have a livable spot for this guy, where there's actual meal wood for him to get. And as soon as we can relocate him, we're just gonna put him over there. Alright, then let's expedite all these things. Let's set these duties here, 9999. I'm just gonna get this done. And then let's bring our oxygen back to here. So we don't have it in there. Get that out of there. Alright, and then here, let's bring this. Reorg here, so we want this to go to there. So we want this here, and we want this, because we can put it right here, the pumping. Or do we want to go up one? I think we want this to be like here, actually. And then we'll put this one here. Yeah, we'll just bring it up one. Because we just want that little buffer. There we go. Alright, then we'll put an airflow there, just to make sure. Maybe we do too. Maybe we just do the whole thing. There we go. Alright, so we still have a ladder. We can get back up. Okay. Yeah, this is looking good. Okay, so this one... Okay, so we're getting rid of that. We're getting rid of this. So both set to hydrogen. And then our automation is pretty simple. We have this going to here, and this going to there. Mix and split. That doesn't trap anybody in there. And then we gotta split this and put in this NOT gate here. Next to this NOT gate. Now we can actually hide this automation better and actually put it right down here, which we will. I prefer the hidden automation. Okay, so this will just come around down to here with the wire bridge. We'll just get rid of that, get rid of this. Construction. Expedite. Okay, so now it's fully cleaned up and we have reconstruct, copy settings. Okay. Looking good. All right. Well, I think that's going to be all for today. I think we did finish. Now this guy, I think everybody's on break. Yeah, so that's why we will have them get and finish and get this, and you'll see it in the intro, but not in the outro. Yeah, thanks you guys so much for watching, and hope you guys tune in to the next episode. Bye-bye.